All right, so the question was whether or not I could design a token to look like a sword or a shield or a boot, etc. I have not done that before, but I think I can. We're going to do it right now. We're going to do it in TinkerCAD. So I will share our screen. Okay. So I have a new design up. I'm looking from top down because it's easier for my brain that way. And we're going to make a sword. I want to make a sword by making a box. And I'm going to make this a blade. Blade shaped somehow. Dimensions are going to be, we'll just do whatever feels right. Okay. I have a rectangle. Now the sword needs a point. So I need a triangle. Ooh, it's called a roof. Okay, so I'll drop a roof. And you can see it's not the right angle that we need, but that's fine. We're going to grab the sky and see, how do we rotate it? Click and drag. Let's see. Okay, so I saw a couple of ones. So let's side, pick this angle, and I change it to 90 degrees. And hey, look, it's standing up on its side. Okay, it's below the playing surface. I need to get it higher. Do that. Let's see what these planes are. 20. It's below, because is the height the same? Height 20, height 20. Okay, so how do I get this off of the floor or onto the plate? I think there'd be a button, but I don't see a button. All right, we'll figure it out. Done this before. Just gotta figure it out again. And that way. Oh, here we go. We clicked on this little triangle, and I am at -5 below, I bet. So let's change it to 0. Hey, we're on the same plane. All right, let's go and get ourselves oriented so we can see. I gotta rotate this 90 degrees. Okay. To a pointy sword. Be smart about this. So the width is 8. So I should make the width of this 8. Okay, so that's good. So that should match up. And let's figure out which plane to get them on, but I can probably just drag them in. Okay, that looks like it. So I'm gonna have the triangle selected. I'm gonna hold Shift. I'm gonna select the rectangle. Have them both selected. Come here, and I'm going to group them together. And they are now one thing. So we have an entire sword blade. It's really tall, but I don't really care about that dimension right now. So now we need, what's that, the cross guard, whatever that's called. So I think we need another rectangle. Drag it to be long and skinny. Looks fine. These two to line up. Center of that one. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Select. Okay. Select two of them together. I'm going to group them. All right. Looking more like a sword. Okay, so now we need a pommel or a hilt, right? So let's do another rectangle. Drop a box. Box B. Let's see, we said that width was 8. So it should probably be a little bit thinner. So let's make it 6. Why not? 6 millimeters, or change the scale. Does the millimeters don't matter right now? Okay, so now I'm going to select the sword and hold shift. I'm going to click my handle. I need to align them. I think I want to line it up, yeah, here to the center of the green. Yep, I like the way that looks. That's good. Select the 2. Again, oh, click the red, shift click the sword, join. Okay, I have one big sword shaped thing. Maybe I will crossguard things too wide, but that's fine. Good enough for government work. Okay, so now let's work in the other dimension. So let's see. All right, so this thing is really tall. I think I liked that overall thickness that we did last time. So I make the sword be 2.5 millimeters tall. At Z, I look at my up and down. I change it from 20 to 2.5. Okay, and we're hovering again. So we learned we click on the triangle. I must be, oh, okay, I'm 17 above. I want it to be, oops, click, triangle. Triangle. Really confused. Oh, there we go. Click, change to 0, enter. Okay, good. Rotate to the top. That looks fine. I'm going to end up changing those cross guards because those are like comically large when I look at them. And yeah, I mean, this doesn't have to be perfect, but the concept's there. We're going to make shapes, we're going to join them together, and then we're going to do the same thing we learned in the last lesson for the text, and just for the exercise, we're going to do it. And then I'll show you how to subtract parts. I remember how to do that from using TinkerCAD before, but let's do our text. So we'll drop our text. Say +1 tech. I like ATK. I don't like that font. We're going to sans. Much better. Okay. We're going to scale it to the size that we like. Blade. Too much skinny stuff elsewhere. Let's try and camera. Up. Oh, I think this button here. Yeah, switch to flat view. Click. Oh, way easier. Okay, there's a button right here, left hand side. I'm wiggling around. You switch between 2D and 3D. Okay, perfect. That's okay. Yeah, so now you can see where my angles are really bad, but that's fine. The idea, the concept's all there. That's all we care about right now. Okay, so I'm using the arrow keys too to move these up and down, and you can see it's kind of chunky the way that it moves. If you come down here to the right, there's snap grid. Each movement of the arrow keys is moving it 1 millimeter. You can bring this down. I'm going to drop it down to, let's just do a 0.5 millimeter. Yep, good enough. Okay, and we're going to rotate to the side. Yep, this is great. So we know that this bottom part here is 2.5 millimeters. We'll click our words. We'll click our Z. So we have our up and down selected. Change it from 10 to 3 millimeters. Enter. Good. Come back to the top. Still looks fine. Switch into 3D view and looky there, we have that effect. Awesome. That is, while be it ugly, a functional token. So to honestly, if I would just remake this again because it's quick and easy, but let me show off solids versus holes, which is pretty cool. You can do it with any shape. Um, you can do it with any shape, so let's be cool with it. So let's make this bigger just so we have more surface area. We don't need the text, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to delete it. And I know Valentine's Day has passed, but I feel like putting a heart into this sword. So what we can do is we can drop our heart, and right up here in this option panel, we see that it's a solid, but instead we can say it's a hole. So instead of adding it, we'll take away wherever we put our hole. So I'm going to make our heart, well, I don't know, this size, bring it up here. Okay, and same as before. So we looks like we have this like weird, like floating invisible heart thing there. But if we select our heart and then hold shift and select our sword and then come up here to group, click, look, it cut out a heart shape in here. So that's how you can start designing stuff in 3D that way. So this is where I learned some 3D modeling, and then what you're learning in Blender, like with our powers combined, we can probably make some pretty cool stuff. And eventually maybe I'll have time for Blender. But that's it. Give it a shot. I think we can make anything. Take care.